Hey, great Monday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas. And let me say, I find myself actually without a microphone. No, I do have a microphone. I find myself actually getting dressed. And the reason is one of the things that I think a lot of individuals hadn't realized about myself, or some people have, is I probably change like two, three times during the day. And I do that uh, because I have a wardrobe area at the studio where I have a mess load of clothes. I I have a mess load of shoes. I have more clothes at my office than I actually do at my home, and that is very very telling. One of the things that a lot of people ask when they stop by is that, "Hey, Erasmo, do you actually live at your office?" And I know it just feels like I live at my office. But I do not live at my office. I have a home somewhat, and I have my two girls at the house. But I was having some technical difficulties with StreamYard and with getting a couple of my accounts connected. That's one of the reasons why, if you're on one of my Erasmo Castro pages, you might not have seen the show, and you probably still not going to see it today because I could not fix the error before we started today. But such is life in the podcasting casting. I don't actually know how you call this because it's sort of something like a podcast, but not like a podcast. I'm still getting pictures of the Child Days Parade. Thank you, my man. That's a great picture. Um, that picture and again, I apologize. I can't remember who sent it. They did send me a message of the pictures. Picture that they did send me was an amazing picture. Let me say, looked amazing. The one where I'm sort of laughing or not laughing or smiling or stuff. But I had a great time at the parade. I always do, and thank you, my man. Appreciate the picture, the pictures. I always have a great time at the parades. Uh, did you enjoy Charo Days? Let me say the parade. Thank you. You have a blessed day too, baby. Uh, you too. Gracias. Um, I had a great time at the parade, and let me say, it was a lot of fun. One of the things that I think a lot of times we get caught in is a lot of people think, "Oh, well, they're talking bad about the parade," and because I did share the video that a friend sent in regards to how hurried up the parade was, and I said, "You know what? So I shared it, and I did get a little bit of flack. Some people were going like, "Well, it's just at the time." It go. I understand. I think what the individual that sent it in was trying to say is that we just want things done a little bit better. We want it to go back to a time where you could actually see your children dance, and because before, guys, it would flow and stop, and then people would dance, and then flow and stop, and then people would dance, flow and stop, and people would dance. That's the parade that I remember because I was in a lot of the parades. I was on a lot of parades when I was a child. I think a couple of them, and also when I was working for Lincoln Park School, I was on their float, and I did an amazing job. I had no shirt, but because they were doing the Aztecs for some reason, but it's not like that anymore, and it was a little bit more on the hurried side. With that said, again, I'm glad that they did modify it a little bit on on Saturday to where it's a little bit on the slower side. But then the drawback of it, guys, is that you've got kids out there in the heat, guys, for hours. I got there at 11. It really didn't start at 11, 12, 1, 2. It didn't start till like 2. We didn't start to move till like 2 o'clock. Yes, I'll answer your question in a little bit. So it was tiring. I was pooped out. And I say pooped out because I still had a little bit of the runs going on. So I was going like, oh crap. Crap, literally. But thank you to Exxon out there and Family Dollar. I think they had enough to where they started to say our restrooms are messed up, broken, which I don't think that they were, but I understand. The parade was amazing. It took forever, uh, but it was worth it. What was that? It was worth it, guys. And let me say, I was very close to saying cancel out the parade. I'm not going to, come out on it. Yeah, Charlie, it's too much. Uh, I was not going to come out in it, but it was great. I appreciate the feedback. I think everyone along the way was very, very receptive and very, very supportive, guys. If you were out there, you were hearing individuals scream out at Erasmo, and I appreciate it. People got a kick out of me being on the scooter, which I had planned to do all along. It was great, except for that one little kid. It's one of these little preppy kids. I think he's probably one of these Joey Lopez kids. Nothing against Joey Lopez, but probably one of those little St. Joe kids. And he's out there at IBC Bank, and I, I know he's out there. He's out there at IBC Bank, and she shoots me the finger, you know, and I blew him a kiss. He's a good looking kid. So huerquillo cagado, like probably 24, 25, something. So I said, come over here. Shoot the finger at me here. And the kid was, of course, like, well, you come over here. I said, bitch, that's not the way it's done. And this is what's stupid about a lot of the younger generation. They don't know how to fight. That's why we've got all these shootings going out there with individuals, putting out a gun and starting to shoot. Like we had the other night over there at God only knows where. I think Peacock or something. I don't remember. But that's why we have these people stabbing people in the head at IHOP. Stabbing people in the head. You don't stab someone in the head. These kids these days, they don't know how to fight. If you're going to stab someone, you stab them right here or here. Not up here because you don't want to hit the heart, but down here or here where you could hurt them for life. That's fighting. If you're going to use a knife, use it right, but never pull out a gun. Look, back in my days, guys, you could pull out chains, barrotes, palos de escoba. Fair game. Even knives. Back then, when I was a kid, and I'm not promoting this, back then, we used to use the brass knuckles. It was during that time they had just ruled them illegal. But that's what we would fight with. Whatever you could get your hands on. But people knew how to fight. And you fought to hurt someone, not necessarily to kill someone. That's the way it was before. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I've lived through a lot of those fights, guys. I've been through fights. Not always successful. Sometimes they would leave me tirado allá atrás en el canal. Bloodied up, beat up, and pero learned my lesson. Now, kids don't know how to fight. They don't. I don't know if it's all this technology and all these video games and crap and stuff. They don't know how to fight. They think that real life fighting is like a video game. It's not. I mean, if anybody wants any lessons on how to fight, you could probably call up Jessica Tetreault. She's famous for beating up her husband. And then making a false police report. and then getting expunged from a record. She might be able to tell you how to throw a good right or left hook. It's still there. It's still going to come out. How do you expect someone to be mayor when they're beating up on their husband and then making false police reports and then using her position to cover all this crap up? If you really want to know how to fight, maybe contact Jennifer Stanton. And I say that because it's funny as crap. And look, I got the video before anybody else. I didn't post it. I didn't go out there and make a big deal about it. It was just a cat fight. What was funny about the video, and Roman can concur, what was funny about the video was how Ben Neese just stood back, sat down, and watched him go at it. And you're going like, these women are actually fighting over Ben Neese. I love you, Ben. You know that, bro. But come on, man. You got serious. Thanks to the staff of Hueso for butting in and doing what they needed to do. But that was a funny fight, right, Captain? Good morning, Captain Bob. Captain Bob, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, that was a funny fight. You know it was, right?
Come on. It was cute. It was cute.
What was funny was, but honestly, don't you think what was really trippy? How Ben Neese was just like sitting back and watching the whole thing, going like, "Get up, man! Go!"
Well, you know, I like Ben Neese a lot, but his idol's John Lennon. He wants to be like John Lennon, and he's always singing the song "Imagine" and peace and happy and peace and love, and he didn't get up to stop that fight. That blows my mind.
He just crossed his other leg and kept on watching.
Yes, I know, and he's into peace and love and happiness, and he just watching, and it had the potential to get bad.
It did. It was funny as crap. Again, Captain Bob, and I told you this. I did not post it. I did not want
to. I got chewed out last night because they think I'm in the middle of it. I'm not doing nothing. I didn't post anything. But anyway, she's okay, and she wants to have a meet and greet at El Hueso.
I'll be there.
And she's willing to sign boxing gloves. But she told me I need to take headgear so I don't get my bald head scratched.
Hey, tell her that we could do a fight for charity. I'll fight her for charity. And all the money we raise, we'll donate to the non-existent Boys and Girls Club in Brownsville or something.
You know, she's a good sport. We've been laughing about it all day. And for the record, that little cat patty cake fight happened a year and a half ago. Everybody thinks it happened recently during Charo Day's festivities. It did not. It happened a year and a half ago, and the other young lady and her are best friends.
Well, you know what's trippy? I didn't know when it happened. I mean, I talked to you about it. I had no clue when it happened, but it's funny because that manager of Hueso, I don't know, Amelia or something. I don't know her name is, whatever. She posted it this weekend. Why wait a whole year to post the video? Unless, and this is one of the things that I think why a lot of people are thinking that Jessica Tetreault, had people throw it out there, because these people at Hueso are probably supporting Jessica Tetreault. And Jessica Tetreault's people are saying, no, we had nothing to do with it. I think it's bullcrap. I think Jessica Tetreault did have a lot to do with it, and opted, to try to get her out of the race, because it hurts Jessica Tetro that you have a strong woman, running against her.
Well, the fact of the matter is, Montoya posted it, and Montoya got paid by Jessica for that powder puff interview, and I would think that maybe
And
it is true. And I'm just
you're right. You're right, Captain Bob.
I'm
You're right.
assuming because of the powder puff interview,
You're right.
it could be very likely that the video came from her
Roman,
into Montoya's site.
Captain Bob, you're right. 100% correct. And
Why?
that's
Thank you.
and that's why we need to go out there and speak it the way it is. You know,
Now
uh,
I have late breaking news,
okay.
but you got to come on my podcast at 10 o'clock. Can
Yeah,
I
I'll be there.
meet you at 10? You'll be there at 10 o'clock because I promised the general public.
Hey, well, go pick
10.
me up. Go pick me up at Grease Monkey.
What? Where the hell is which grease monkey? Where is that? Why?
I'm Boca Chica, bro. It's close by. Go pick me up at Grease Monkey.
The one across Big Daddy's?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where where
Where the new Panda Express around there?
yeah. Grease Monkey. Pick me up at Grease Monkey at 9:45.
Okay, I'll pick you up at 9:45. But I'm, we're let's give Jennifer her space.
Oh yeah.
And it was a laugh, and she's laughing. And if you actually can hang out with Jennifer like I do, she's real
Oh,
funny.
I love her, bro.
That's why she's my friend, because I need to smile and laugh often, and
No,
she
bro.
can really make me laugh hard. She's funny, and so that's why the Greed and Meat at Wesso has been developed because of her. She's so funny.
Oh yes, Captain Bob. I'm going to have to do a quick show because I got people waiting.
9:45. I'll see you later. Bye.
Oh yeah. Okay, bye, guys. So yeah, we'll talk about the fight that happened. But let me say this, uh, to that kid out there that threw the finger at me. Look, kid, you should have accepted my invitation to come my way and throw the finger in my face. Because if I'm going to go out there and throw the finger at you, I'm not going to throw the finger at a distance. I'm going to throw the finger right at your face because I don't do that. You don't know how to fight, little huerquito. Go back and go drive daddy's BMW. Go back to your St. Joe little life or wherever the hell you live and go pretend to be a man all you want. But if you're going to fight, fight like Jennifer Stanton and Jessica Chitro. Stop being a puss. Guys, I'll be on Captain Bob's show. I've got people waiting for me at the office. Guys, I'll be back on tomorrow. Tonight at 9 p.m. We'll finish. That's what when I promise you I'll do that. Guys, I gotta go work. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.